What's up, everybody? It's me again, That BS Guy. Welcome back to That BS Guy. BS standing for Bariatric Surgery. It's been a minute since I last posted a video. Lots of turning pieces. I know I said I'd be better off here in a minute, but honestly, I had family reunion kind of stuff and all this now, and I still don't even have my paintings posted yet. So I'm going to be working on that. The good news is I'm not traveling this week or the next week. So I am going to be coming out with at least 3 videos this week and at least 2 videos next week. So, and I'm going to cover a variety of different things. But to start us off, because I haven't had an update video in a hot minute, I want to get to that. So, a little preface here. The theme of this video is stalls, okay? And oftentimes when I see people posting online about, them getting disgruntled with whatever surgery they have or whatever situation they were in, stalls are a big part of that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how I've dealt with that aspect, my suggestions moving forward with that in order to keep yourself mentally in check with it. So, with that being said, let's start with the statistics. So, my pre-operation weight at my heaviest, I was 378 pounds. I had my operation in Tijuana, Mexico, at Mi Doctor Hospital via a service called Mexico Bariatric Center, and I'll give a little blurb about them at the end of the video, so if you're interested, stay tuned for that. My surgery weight was 363 pounds, so it was pretty big. So my weight as of this morning, which was Monday morning on November 4th, I came in at, and I always round up, mind you, so I came in at 233-ish pounds. I'll just say 233. Which kind of blows my mind because 2 weeks ago I was stuck right around 238, 237, and I only had dropped 1 pound the previous week. And I don't think I really have been eating the best since then, but I was pleasantly surprised by that weight reading. And I wasn't naked. I usually do my my weight scale naked, and I had at least underwear, shirt, and socks on when I did this. So even had some. I don't think not even a pound of clothes, but still some weight with some clothes, whatever. And so I'm pretty pleased, I'm down to the 230s, and that was a really solid weight for me when I was down there before, and then I was really happy. I mean, it's a good feeling. But the reason why this video is called a stall is because I thought I was in one. I really did. I thought that 2 weeks ago that 1 pound, I was just like, oh gosh, man, it's gonna take forever to get down to like the 220s or even the teens, and get closer to that 205 benchmark for me. And I come to think, over this last week or two, I didn't weigh myself at all, and all of a sudden it became out of sight, out of mind. Now, what I have been doing is being more consistent. So once I got through with the show that I was doing, and I wasn't eating, out on the go as much, and I got much more consistent with my protein options here that I do all the time now. The weight started to fall off again, and I've been extremely pleased with that. I just went to Walmart and bought some George shirts for more transitional clothing, but all the shirts I'm wearing now in that brand, and many brands now, are all just large. And I know that I'm slightly smaller than a 36 because my jeans are fitting really loose right now, and my 36 dress pants are now slightly looser. They're no longer really tight. I mean, they still fit well, so I think I'm somewhere around the 35 inches in that area there, so I'm good there. Anything sub 34 inches for me, 34 inches or below, is going to be honestly perfect for my type of frame. I honestly don't think being a 32-inch waistline for me would look. I mean, I've been there once when I used to serve in the Army, but it's not. It doesn't feel right to me. Like I remember having people comment saying, "Oh, you look way too skinny" or whatever it may be, and that's a whole other problem that, that I don't really want to get to, that I feel that some people sometimes, I'll just say this. Skinny people may have a lot of advantages in life, but they still get chastised a lot as well. And a lot of big people, including myself, have not really experienced that side because we've never had to even consider ourselves even remotely skinny. So just for me to you guys, it's something to kind of keep in consideration as you're going through this. When you get to a point where you're healthy looking and you don't want to go unhealthy, you don't want to get too smaller than that. So what I'm trying to get at right now, folks, is that when you reach a point where you're stalling, or you think you're hitting a stall, or you're in a position where may have only lost 1 pound and you're kind of getting really discouraged, stop weighing yourself for a minute, okay? Focus on your food intake. Focus on what you're wearing, first of all, because like I said last video, just because your weight necessarily has stalled a little bit doesn't mean you're not still shrinking, okay? I still notice a lot of my shirts fitting looser and more form-fitting and things like that in the right ways, comparatively to when I was bigger, and having those things in your mind as you go through this process is paramount to your success, because I can tell you firsthand that it's frustrating when you look at the scale and you only see a half a pound or 1 pound down after a week, and you've been used to doing 3 or 4 a week as well. But remember, the closer you get to your goal weight, the slower it's going to get. So keep that in mind as you do that. Now, one thing that I do recommend, if you are getting frustrated or you are at a stall and you're kind of feeling a little bit discouraged, stop weighing yourself for 1 week. Just stop. Focus on what you're eating too. Are you drinking enough liquids? Are you taking your vitamins, assuming that you're a malabsorbent diet just like I am, or surgery type of like I am? Are you managing your activity well? Are you basically sedentary most of the day? Are you just sitting there like a log? Keep yourself active, keep yourself going, keep your mind going, whether that be doing some chores around the house or what have you, but just kind of keep yourself in there. And be proud of what you've done. I mean, believe it or not, you got to take a step back and think. There's somebody, if you're on Facebook and whatever, I mean, for those of us who are in the single life, there's going to be someone who thinks you're attractive now that didn't think before. So just know that. Relish in the fact that you are transforming. You are becoming a better person. Not a better person, but a better looking person, a healthier person. And people do notice. They may not scream it at you. They may not say, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful. You're so beautiful," or whatever. No one really says that to me either. I mean, I've gotten some compliments, and people say, "Oh wow, you look good. You look really good. You're transformed." And I think to myself, yeah, and this guy over here that you're seeing right now, that was me for a very, very long time. And now, I mean, this is a good thing. I mean, I haven't been this small since, honestly, my freshman year in high school, or when I was working out to try and get into the Army. And both of those circumstances were a long time ago. So I'm really pleased with where I'm at now. Okay? So for those of you who are thinking you're in a stall, or you're getting frustrated by the process, or the weight's not dropping off fast enough, what the heck's going on? Be calm. Calm down. Breathe. Focus on what you're doing. Like I said, get yourself in a rhythm with your supports, with your food support. So whether it be protein drinks, protein bars, and I can't stress this enough after going through Halloween, do not succumb to sugar, okay? Sugar is, I won't say is the devil, but I will say that, you need to pay attention to the sugar content that you're having. Just because you are dropping weight, or you've dropped so much weight, I'd be more concerned with the sugar intake than anything else. I am proud to say that I did not have a single piece of candy during the month of October. And this is a guy that used to love the Reese's. The Reese's are by far the most delicious candy on the planet, in my opinion. Fight me. I just say it. Okay, don't fight me. I'm not trying to be violent, but I'm just saying, like, I just love the peanut butter and chocolate combination. It's brilliant. I mean, heck, that's why this is peanut butter. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is good fat, good protein. It's good. It's good for you. At least in terms of this surgery. Too much of it, obviously, is nonsense. But point is, I never had it. I never had any of the candies. And I kind of feel proud of that. Now, barbecue chips and some other things, I kind of failed on that front. But I will say that even with that, you don't eat so much before you start feeling a little weird. So you got to manage yourself. So anyways, folks, diet, routine, your supplemental things like your vitamins and all of this kind of stuff, it's extremely important. Keep it consistent. Keep it consistent, and keep yourself hydrated, because as soon as you start getting to a point, I don't have as much fat stores anymore, so my body's burning when I'm eating now. And also more stuff that's left over from my not so healthy days. So I'm gonna have to figure out when I get a little bit lower how I'm gonna deal with that, because I don't want to be malnourished. And I think my body is starting to level out because my weight loss is slower. It's becoming more regulated. I'm still enjoying myself. I could still enjoy some food, but honestly, I will say this, certain things I've been eating, I don't know if it's necessarily recommended, but I've been finding it's fit for me. Sushi being one of them. I do the tempura style. It's definitely not the healthiest sushi you can have, but definitely get some protein that way. The rice is probably the worst part of it because a lot of white rice is involved, but you also have vegetables and other things that are part of that. So I think the white rice, comparatively to everything that's involved, is negligible. Don't hold me to that, because some of you may be affected by that more than me, but and also my taste buds has changed. I used to never enjoy sushi whatsoever, and I owe it to this girl, she knows who she is, that kind of got me into it, and now I find myself eating sushi when on my own, and that used to never happen. So it's been a good alternative, and you can go to those places that serve sushi by those little mini plates, so you can literally spend $2.50 and get full. Or if you want to go for the higher end stuff, $3.50 and get full and feel good about it, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not eating 5 plates of sushi, or one huge roll of sushi. Although I did find it funny, there was a guy sitting next to me at a sushi bar, and I had like one of the little plates with 2 or 3 little things of sushi on it, and then maybe half of another plate. So I had 2 plates with some leftovers left on the second plate. And this dude next to me, now mind you, he wasn't a big guy. He wasn't small. He had a gut, but he wasn't a big guy. But he had legit 9 plates just stacked right there, just mowing down the sushi. And I was just like, I remember that. I remember those days. And I find myself sometimes when I see bigger people, I'm going off on a tangent now, but I find myself when I see bigger people and things like that, where I sometimes want to talk to them or bring up weight loss surgery just because. And I have to remind myself that this is it's kind of like the what's that secret society, the Freemasons. To ask one, you have to ask one to know one. No one's going to talk to you just about it, and that's kind of how I feel about bariatric surgery, and that's why I kind of went and made the YouTube channel, because if you're searching for this, if you're watching this video, you're curious at the very least, or you're going through it, or whatever it may be, and there's no harm in that. It means you're reaching out, you're doing something to be proactive about it, and that is the main point, folks, is to get to that point, to make sure that you're mentally ready for this, because let me tell you, that month before and that month after, probably one of the worst eating experiences and dietary experiences that you can ever face. But you get through that 2-month time span, you're going to be golden. Okay, you have the strength to do it. And for those of you who are only VSGers that are watching this, I don't know why you'd be watching this video, but if you are a VSGer and you're watching this video, just know that you guys can be just as successful as the DS people, excuse me. keeping yourself regulated. Don't overstretching your stomach, not pushing yourself too hard. So, and I'm actually going to be coming out with a VSG video here this week as well, so pay attention for that. Anyways, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. I have 2 little shout outs. First of all, I do have a professional page now on Facebook, so if you look for That BS Guy, you'll see my little symbol that's down yonder in the corner here, and you know, you can start to follow and share the page. I also made a support group for all types of bariatric surgery, so feel free to join that. I've only got like 3 people in that right now, but it's a great place for people to throw ideas out, diets, things like that. I want to make that like the spot to be, so feel free to share that group with people and to encourage people to join that. It is going to incorporate DS, VSG, Roux-en-Y. You know, even though they're all very different in certain aspects, I think there's some universal things that will apply to everybody, and it's okay. It's really okay in that respect. So, and then the last thing is, if you have not already liked and subscribed, please do so already. Hit that subscribe button. I think we're at 150 something subscribers, and really want to get up to 1,000. I know it's going to take forever to do so, but I can only do that with your support, with you guys helping me out. And speaking of supporting you guys, I mentioned earlier that I had my surgery at Mexico Bariatric Center. For those of you who don't have insurance or are looking for a cheaper way to do your surgery, because you may have to do it out of pocket or your surgery is not covering it, the link is down below, or you can go to this above link, but it's easier to click the link down below. Takes you to a landing page where I have a partnership. Now, they don't pay me anything. Like, I haven't received a dime, just FYI. But I negotiated with them that they will give a discount to you for going through, for being a subscriber to my channel and to go through that particular landing page. The cool part is that, you know, it's an unadvertised discount. You can't get that on their website. You can't. I mean, you have to go specifically to that link. And so that is something that applies to VSGs, that applies to Roux-en-Y, that applies to revisions. Now, the amount might differ between all of those that you get a discount on, but at least it's a discount. It helps save you some money. So if you have to put it on a credit card and eat that 5% surcharge that they charge, I mean, that might offset part of that. So it's not a bad deal, folks. So take that in consideration as we go through this. In any case, folks, if you have any questions, concerns, emotional outbursts, please feel free to post them below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Twitter handle's right down here. Right there. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.